Hi guys, Coach Kane here, the Rugby Whisperer, helping you to tame the animal that is rugby, and this is the big news for me this week. What? What? Can it be? Could those boys and girls down in the deep south, in the Never Land, or whatever you call it, the land of the long white cloud, could they be losing their grip on world rugby? Wow. That's a big call. That's a massive call. They've just been dominating. They've been dominant since 2010. They've won 2 World Cups. They've won all the rugby championships. They've won all the Bledisloes. They just won everything. I mean, when the Springboks happen to beat the All Blacks, South Africans cheer like they've won the World Cup. It's almost like a bigger thing. Well, we're going to have to say this. If they do lose, here are the facts. If they do lose to Australia this weekend somehow, which is very unlikely in my opinion. There's big money against that. And there's a number of reasons, we'll get to that. But if they lose to Australia and the Welsh win versus England, we're going to have a new number one. And that's a hard thing to see happening. Not the Welsh winning. I mean, the Welsh could very much win. But they could also put out like a second string team, the Welsh. And what am I saying? Why can't Australia beat the All Blacks? Well, it's not impossible, guys. It's not impossible. There's always, when you've got an ace, there's always 3 aces in the deck, okay? There's always a chance, there's a percentage out of 50 cards that those 3 aces could come, 3 out of 50. It's a 6% chance. To me, that is the chance that Australia have. They've got a 6% chance of winning, but it can happen. But why is 94%, in my opinion, in favour of the All Blacks? And here's one of the major reasons. The one thing that the All Blacks are struggling with at the moment is the rush defence. This is what the British and Irish Lions gave it to them a couple of years ago. The Springboks have done it to them for 2 years in a row and give them a heck of a problem. But that is the major issue. And the Australians, the Wallabies, they don't do that. Also, let's be honest, physically, are they the Springboks? Are they the All Blacks? Are they Argentina? Argentina gave New Zealand problems physically, line speed. Do the Wallabies bring that to the party? I don't know. The Irish, they out-hustle. No one's going to outrun the All Blacks. No one's going to play beautiful rugby. Get that out of your head. No one's ever going to beat them like that. If you beat them like that, you've just done well on one occasion. But consistently, they are the best running team in the world. So it would be stupid for a team to do that, to try and outrun them. Rather, you hassle them, you bustle them, you put your line speed up, you put kicks in behind, you keep them under pressure, you don't let them breathe. That is how the Irish beat them. That is how the Springboks lived with them. And that is how England or any other country have always beat them. There's only one nation that has actually ever outplayed the All Blacks, but it's always been in a once-off situation, and it so happens to be at the World Cup, and that's the French. Because who knows what goes on in the Frenchman's mind? It's almost like, when we play with South Africa, we can't tackle. But when we play against the All Black, well, All Black, 2-on-1, drop pass, score, Bernard Saul, get a hat-trick in the semi-final. Christophe Dominici come in with 2 tries. So, I mean, that's the whole thing. That's the whole problem here. So the Wallabies, they're going to have to up their line speed. They're going to have to pick up their physicality. And if all that happens and that 6% chance comes through to all the Wallaby fans out there, then you're pulling off probably the upset of the season. And then, if the Welsh win against the English, we could see a new world number one going to the World Cup. Also got to say, rankings mean 0 at World Cups. I mean, we've seen sides who have been ranked 4th or whatever start the World Cup and then go through and win the whole thing, and end up as ranking number 1 after winning it. Springboks, massive case in points, and the All Blacks have often gone in as number 1 ranked and not won. So it means 0. It all kind of means it's all up to momentum. This is the major issue for the All Blacks. They don't want to lose because they don't want to have no momentum going into this World Cup. The last thing they need is a loss. It's got nothing to do with rankings. The last thing they need is a loss, and they go to that World Cup doubting themselves whether they can actually pull it off. In terms of the rest of the countries, well, they're also going to be vying. So I don't see Wales throwing a second string side. Let's hope not. And we want to see the best teams, even though they are warm-up games. And on the Springbok front, well, they got a bit of bit of a contest with Argentina. Not going to be easy. That country has really, really improved themselves. They're a much more all-round unit, and definitely equipped themselves better than they did 10 years ago. This is Coach Kane, the Rugby Whisperer, helping you to tame the animal. That is rugby. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. Let's get going. There's a World Cup happening. Cheers.